Hello and welcome back to my channel. In this video I am going to be using this Mama Elephant Hot Cocoa stamp set because, I mean, how cute is that? I will also be using all of these colors. Feel free to pause it to figure out which colors I'm using. I will be adding more colors to my images, and for those I will show them on screen separately. So these aren't actually all of the colors, they were just all of the colors I knew I wanted to use to start with. Also, I'd like to take a small moment and apologize for the fact that you cannot really see much of the image I'm coloring because all you can see is my hand. So sorry for that. I know for this little reindeer, I am actually using E70 markers. I think those are some of my favorite browns for critters. I just think they look kind of soft. I don't know, is that weird? For my little bunny, I think I was using E40s. I wanted to keep him fairly light. Trying to think of the other colors that I used. I don't know, basically just color them however you want. I'm doing what I normally do and color the lightest color in first, and then find my shadows with the mid-tone, darken it, go back to the mid-tone. Oh, tripping over my tongue again. Alright. I finish it off with the lightest color. I just find that it gives me the best blend. Although, if I want a really dark shadow or more of a contrast, I do end up going back over it with the darkest color without blending it out with the lightest color again. Now, due to me having so much coloring to do, I am going to let you know that if you want to skip past all of my coloring, you can go to, I think, 8 minutes and 2 seconds, and you will have completely skipped over all of my coloring. Now, for those of you who are still here, because you like watching me color, I'm just going to let you do that, and I'm going to put some music on, and I will be back with you after it's finished. Now I'm going to cut in, even though I'm not finished with the coloring, and tell you that for this particular color combination, I was going for tea. That's what I wanted it to look like. I know I could have done black tea and made it darker. I didn't really feel like that would read the same. I don't know that I really love the way this looks in the cup, but I did stamp the little tea bag handle paper I don't actually know what it's called, you guys. Me and my terms. Yeah, that little paper thing that's on the end of the string on the tea bag. I stamped that on the cup, fully intending for that to be tea, although I really don't know why there'd be whipped cream on a reindeer's head, but, you know, why would there be a reindeer in a cup? And I'm just going to overanalyze everything now. Anyway, if you don't like that look, I don't blame you, because I think it looks kind of, well, I'm not going to say what it looks like, but it doesn't look the best to me, personally, so... Alright, so now I'm going to take my Distress Oxides in Tumbled Glass and Abandoned Coral, and I'm going to ink blend on these 3 little die cut circles. They're all the same size, and I'm going to ink blend 1 with Tumbled Glass and 2 with Abandoned Coral. The blue cups will be on the circles with the Abandoned Coral color on it, and my green one will be on the blue circle. Because I don't have the dies for my cups and I had to cut them out by hand, the centers are still left in there. So I went through my markers to find the closest colors to the background as I could. So I used B00 and R32. This will just make it look like the centers of those handles were already cut out. Alright, I'm using this frame right here. I cut out a panel of white cardstock. And this is stamping mask paper. I'll have it linked below. And just a slimline rectangle, and I cut out 2 of these because my paper wasn't quite big enough to do the size rectangle I needed. Anyway, I'm just making a little mask for the very center of this panel so that I can make a frame around the edges. I really wanted to try to get this as close to perfect as I could, since the edge piece that I needed for that side that I was just struggling with was so small, but the paper itself was so long, it did take me a minute. Alright, now here I have Cracked Pistachio Distress Oxide ink, and I am just going to blend all around the edges of this panel so that I'm left with a green frame and a white inside. Now this card, very, very simple. All I'm doing is I'm going to adhere all my pieces onto my card, and I'm going to, before I do that, stamp my sentiment. And for this, I'm not even using any different ink than I use when I just normally stamp things. And that is the Simon Says Stamp Copic Friendly ink. No reason in particular that I'm using it, just that it was there, and sometimes I get lazy and I don't want to dig for things. Anyway, after I stamp that, I go ahead and I adhere my panel onto my card base, and then all my little circles and all my critters and their little, I wanted to say accessories, but that seems really weird. Tea leaves, strawberries, marshmallows. Yeah, I adhered all those with it. And that card is complete after that. So, yeah, now's the boring part. You're just watching me glue pieces together. So, yeah, nothing special here. Just finishing up the card. It was a very simple card. I originally intended for that 4th cup to be on a card too with these, and it just didn't work out. So, my 1 card turned into 2 cards, and they are completely different. But I'm happy with both. For my 2nd card, I have an A2 card base and a slightly smaller, I think it was slightly smaller. Maybe not. Might be the same size. Now I can't remember. Should have wrote that down. I used the plaid stencil. I'll get it right in a second. I used the plaid stencil from Lawn Fawn, and instead of using it as a plaid, I'm just going to make kind of candy cane stripes. I had thought about making it plaid, and after I peeled the stencil up, I thought it was really pretty. Oh, also the colors I used were cracked pistachio and abandoned coral. Alright, so here you could have totally left it like this. I like the way that looks, but I wanted to add some red because it matched my cup. So just taping my stencil in place, and I'm going to do the same thing with the red. And this doesn't have to be perfect. I love these little finger brushes from Simon Says Stamp. They're great. I will link them. Hopefully they have them in stock. Okay, yeah, my frame was smaller. I'm all over the place, guys. Sorry. Yeah, now I stamp my sentiment. Pretty simple. This is wishing you comfort and joy. And I'm also going to use the exact same ink that I used for the other one. I stamp it multiple times to make it a little bit darker. And now I'm going to adhere everything flat to my card. So, pretty simple cards today. And no foam tape, no extra embellishments. Still cute though. I absolutely love these Mama Elephant cocoa, coffee, whatever mugs. They are adorable. Alright, so now my cards are finished. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you, well, you know, I hope you learned something. But these were pretty simple. I hope you got inspired. Alright, I will see you in the next video. Bye!